If you're just starting out, start with side-lying adductor lifts, add weighted butterfly raises, progress to knee-supported adductor holds, transition to the full Copenhagen plank and dynamic variations. Build stronger hips, protect your knees with the Copenhagen planks. If you're just starting out, start with side-lying adductor lifts, add weighted butterfly raises, progress to knee-supported adductor holds, transition to the full Copenhagen plank and dynamic variations.
Tell anyone to get started on the best groin exercise I know of, the Copenhagen plank. It requires no fancy equipment, you can do it from a bed, and you can get strong on it unbelievably fast. For beginners, don't worry about movement. Simply hold the top position for as long as you can, aiming for 3 sets per leg. Keep your body in a straight line and you're good to go. Once you've mastered 30-second holds, challenge yourself with straight legs instead. And remember, no leaning forwards. Imagine there's a wall in front and behind you. You could further intensify this exercise by adding movement into either of these options. The taller the box, the harder this exercise will be. Thanks to Copenhagen's, my adductors are visible during certain exercises. Sets, reps, and frequency could be found below. Hope this helps, guys. Tell anyone to get started.
If you have inside knee pain with the Copenhagen side plank, I'm going to show you 3 quick things that we can do to eliminate it. So the first thing, if you're in this position, you're like, inside of my knee really hurts. Let's just eliminate the knee altogether. Let's get that knee on the bench and then lift ourselves up here. So this is a short lever or a modified Copenhagen side plank. Then to build up to that long lever, just go an inch or 2 below the knee. Start here, build up your tolerance to that position. Then scoot out a couple more inches and keep building up your tolerance to that very long lever. The third thing that I think is really underrated is actively pushing down at the middle of this inside edge of your foot. So you can hold yourself up here and passively kind of be holding yourself up here, or actively squeezing everything through the inside edge, and that's gonna really ramp up activation through your groin. So not only is it a better exercise, but your knee is in a little bit better of a position that won't put stress inside knee. If you have inside
To perform the Copenhagen plank, lift your hips off the floor until your body forms a straight line and your legs come together. A top-down view should also reveal a straight line from your head to your feet. Slowly lower back down, tap the floor, and repeat. Do not rest on the ground between repetitions. Bend the bottom knee if you're using an object that prevents you from straightening your leg, such as a couch or plyo box. To make the exercise harder, you can either 1. Increase the range of motion by further elevating your top leg, or 2. Hold a light weight on your hip and increase the weight over time. Copenhagen planks can also be performed isometrically, in which you just hold the top position for a set duration of time. To make the exercise
Now, as you come down, as soon as this makes contact, this comes off. Perfect, like that. But again, it gives you like, this starts to build into, say like someone just like blast knee cuts or something, right? Like then at least you don't have to be, oh, maybe let's not do that. Or you don't have to like just give up position. As soon as this foot comes down, this groin has to work to help you stabilize, right? Usually you do it nice and slow, right? But sometimes for sport, things have to happen fast. So I might start to play with eventually like a fast switch. Yes. Now, as you come down, as soon as this makes contact, this comes off.
Are you neglecting this muscle? Our adductors are typically one of the most undertrained muscles in the lower body, yet they're involved in so many of the movements we do both in and out of the gym. Number 1 is horse stance squats. This is a great way to build the strength and mobility of our inner thigh muscles. Are you neglecting this muscle?
Here's a nice variation on the Copenhagen plank. So from the half lever position, I'm able to rotate through the hip and keep a really nice stimulus on the adductors while I move in and out of rotation. Give it a try. It might be a better line of tension for what you need in this position as it was for me today.
Mr. White down here, Urban Fox a million. This would be the remix. Bad Savage Life. I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on E, but all drinks on me. Wipe me down. Fresh kicks, fresh white tall tee, fresh NFL hat, fresh bows with the grease. Wipe me down. Wanna hit me with the heat, real recognize, real, don't speak. Wipe me down. Chicken laden, I've been rolling about a week. You can tell I got cake by the diamonds in my teeth. Wipe me down. Black shades, so you know what rolling. They ain't check me at the door, so ain't no telling what I'm holding. Wipe me down. Bad they gon' bust it wide open. Flashing in the gray, but I'm the there.
Have you seen a crazy variation of the Copenhagen plank but can't even hold the start position? Start building core and hip strength with an easier variation. Then you can challenge yourself with the Copenhagen position with a reduced range, and then you can progress to adding movement with the hip or the knee. Then you can repeat that process, slowly moving the support towards your foot. And with consistency over time, you'll be able to progress to different variations. Have you seen a crazy variation of the Copenhagen plank but can't even hold the start position?
The grinds and adductors were one of my tightest and weakest areas as an athlete, but now they have freak levels of strength and resilience. And these are the three most important exercises I started with to start to develop this weakness into a strength. The first thing you need to do is improve your strength through range in the front part of the grinds and adductors and the rear part. To open up strength and range in the front part of the adductors, I use butterfly pulses. And if you're particularly weak here, you can start by doing it without load and using your hands as resistance. Second, to open the back part of the inner grinds, the exercises I found the best for this were the seated good morning and the standing pancake. Starting at your current level of ability and then progressing your depth over time to slowly developing freak levels of strength and starting to load the standing pancake. And then finally, third, to lock in real inner range strength in the grind, the best exercise for this is the Copenhagen plank. Start with your knee on the bench, then slowly progressing by straightening your leg and then locking in true resilience by starting to rep out dynamic Copenhagen planks. Do these three exercises consistently and watch your adductors and grinds transform from tight and weak. Grinds and adductors were one of my
All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get into the Copenhagen leg raise or the hip lift. So you're gonna take a bench, you're gonna place your ankle or your foot, depending on how intense you want it. You can scale it down by bringing your knee on the bench here or making it harder by coming out to the side or coming out more. And now you're gonna get into a basic side plank position. So I'm gonna drive up, squeeze the glutes, and then pull my legs together. Back down, back up. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get into.
Hey ladies, hey mom, what's up? Let's slide. All right. We gon' get it on tonight. You smoke, I smoke, I drink, me too. Well good, we gon' get hot. Hey ladies, hey mom.
Pickable, I just put them bookers in my chain. Pickable, 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Pickable, 7.62s, I make them plank. Pickable, popping out, you better not smell my name. Pickable, put 2 foreigns on a 405. Pickable, Kashi Pepper if I'm doing pasta. Pickable, why you acting tough on IG Live? Pickable, you know my little niggas off they rocker. Pickable, surprise bitch, it's that nigga chicken cheese. Pickable, let me FaceTime my op, bitch, I'm up the street. Pickable, yes, AGs, I'm putting something to sleep. Pickable, he on the ground, I praise God and start stumping feet. Pickable, I put 10 on his face, bitch, my shooter playing. Pickable, I hit it from the back, I told her move her hands. Pickable, then slide my thumb in where her Pickable, I just put them bookers in.
When my knees were really stiff, I wish somebody would have told me how awesome these Copenhagen side planks were for improving knee strength and stability. And if I couldn't do this variation yet, then I could try this. But if I wasn't able to do this variation quite yet, then I could try this. Because there's always another way to make your weaknesses your strengths. When my knees
greatest gift. I feel blessed. Our little group has always been and always will until.
Here is one of those exercises that does not actually train the muscles that you think it does, the Copenhagen crunch. You think it's training your adductors and your deep core, but it's actually training your body to lose the will to live and to reevaluate all the decisions that have gotten you to this point in life. Here is one of those
الذين يقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم